everything, but like if you've seen Times Square in like real life, like with all the people out there on a normal day,
Yeah.
it's packed. You can't walk on 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
And like to see it like that, it was just like, oh my gosh, like you.
All right, welcome in 1 Degree Podcast. I'm Tyson.
I'm
That's
Kenny.
Kenny.
Yeah.
You're Kenny?
Yeah.
You snuck it in for me.
Yep.
Episode of the OGs, the original guys today. I'm just sitting back and relaxing.
Yep. Got some some nice kicks on today.
Yep. Got the ones. What about you? You got the fours? I got those.
Infrareds.
Yeah.
How do you get the early releases though? Because I need to get the gratitudes early.
I know. How much of a flex was that when
That was
Joe
hard.
wanted to get the shoes and then I had them already?
That was hard.
Dude, honestly, I don't know. It just pops up on sneakers,
Man.
like early release access. I think that you have to do it like, I think that whenever you get the early access or like the shock drop, you have to buy them
Yeah.
right then, and then they'll continue to give them to you. That's my only
'Cause I
guess.
think I got the early releases for the Cherry 11s, and I
Yeah, I
didn't
I
get
didn't
them
like those.
because I
Yeah.
was like, I'm not a big white shoe guy because I just ruin them, and I'm gonna wear shoes now
Yeah.
instead of just buying them and sitting them in my closet like I normally did. But
Yeah, I've been wearing my shoes way more.
me too. Like wear them to all the football games.
I
all
had
the- all that kind of
probably
stuff.
15 pairs of dead stock that I've worn in the past like 5-6 months.
Yeah, I there's
Maybe
one
even
there's
less
one
time.
pair that I've had since I was like 14 or 15 that I won't wear.
What are those?
The 13s, the blue, gray, and Flints. Those are my
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
Jordans of all time.
Nice.
So like those are
You're just
my.
gonna keep those?
I'm gonna keep those, and I have a few pairs that I haven't worn yet either, but those aren't like as special. Like I have 2 pairs of Concord 11s
Yeah.
that I haven't worn one. I have 2 pairs of Space Jam 11s and I haven't worn one.
Are you do you really want the gratitudes?
I really want the
They come
gratitudes.
out in
On
4
Friday.
days.
Friday?
Well, 4 days from today's the 5th of December.
They come out on the 9th, right?
They come out on the 9th. Maybe you'll have them. I doubt it though. It sucks that it's just like luck.
I know. Luckily, like
When you're not in the NFL or you're not
luckily,
playing.
size
like,
18 is not that a hot
Yeah.
size to buy. So hopefully, I can hop in line because I've gotten like denied the last few times I've tried too
What?
to get shoes.
You've gotten denied
Or
what?
I've gotten like I
Oh, you
missed
did-
it. Yeah, I went on at 7 and they're already like sold out. My size was gone.
Dang. That's the thing is a lot of people ask me like, how do you get the shoes? How do you do it? I'm like, honestly, nowadays, luck. Like
Yeah.
it is just luck. Or
Yeah.
you pay
Yeah.
aftermarket.
And I'm not doing that.
No. I mean, when I was playing, I had friends or connections or whatever. Like it was easier to get them, but not really. I wasn't into shoes that much at the time.
Well, when I was
I'm
playing,
in more now.
I still had my Nike deal.
So
So they
can
would
get
send
whatever
a
you want,
certain
huh?
amount of shoes to that Nike. It was like NikeElite.com, just like a
Mhm.
sneaker kind of thing, but it was just for like the Nike athletes. So they would have a certain number of shoes that go to there,
Yep.
and I would always get them there.
That's how I got the Cool Gray 11s.
Yeah,
Greg Pinelli, who we say is the worst episode. It's actually a really good episode. We just like to give Greg.
no, it sucks.
Stuff
Don't
because-
it sucks.
I like it. Kenny cannot like it. I guess you love him more than because you
Talk
say
to
that
you.
you
That's true.
you actually should start being nice to him.
Okay, I should. Greg's a great guy. He's the best quarterback coach in this side of
Shoot.
Mississippi.
He's my favorite guy. He got me the Cool Gray 11s because I missed out in the morning and I saw him at a wedding. We went to a wedding with each other and I was like, dude, I missed him. Did you get him? He's like, yeah, of course I got him. And then he just pulls. I was like, I missed him. And he pulls out his Nike account and he's like, what size? I was like, oh yeah, you got him. Here you go. And I was like, what do you want me to give you? He's like, oh, just give me like $100. I was like, heck
He
yeah.
probably got a bunch of money from Josh or something like that.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
has. He had a bunch of money. It's easier to go through now. Shoes. Do you remember when Jordans were like $150
Mhm.
and then they went to like $180, and now they're like $220 for every release?
Remember the last time I got to buy shoes out of the store was my 8th grade graduation. I went to like Foot Locker in the mall and bought the 17s, the all black 17s with the suitcase.
That's when you can actually go into
That was my last time.
to Foot Locker and
That was
buy shoes.
my last time. Size 13.
Yeah,
I went and bought the suit. Got the suitcase.
they're like
Jordan
$200. Remember?
17s. Yeah.
And it was a big deal that they were.
Big deal.
I remember calling them the $200 Jordans.
Yep, with the suitcase and everything. I used the suitcase as my backpack. I put my books in the suitcase and took it to school. Yes,
I remember when those came out. I called them the $200 Jordans.
they were sick
because
though.
that's when he came back for the Wizards.
Yep,
They came in the suitcase. They were legit. They had a little flap. They went
Mhm.
over, and you can take them off or put them on. And this is when other shoes were like $75.
Yep.
$100 was like a lot. I think I was in maybe 5th grade.
Yep,
Where were you?
I was for those ones.
Yeah.
I was 8th grade.
Okay.
So
So,
it
I was
was
probably
8th
6th
grade
grade.
graduation
Okay.
because I got those for 8th grade graduation.
And then those came out, and I remember my sister taking me. We went to the mall, staying with my older sister. She was at Fresno State at the time. We went to the mall, and she had let me try them on. Like they came out with the suitcase, and I got to try them on. She's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get these. Can we try them on?" And I brought them out, and I was like, "Oh my god, look at the suitcase!" And then I tried them on, and then I was like, "You gonna buy them for me?" And she's like, "Yeah, right."
Yeah, dude, yeah.
Heck no.
That was like my graduation present. Was some Jordan 17s. They were sick though.
Yeah,
They were sick.
I like those are my favorite.
I wore those into the ground, bro. Into the ground.
Is that all you wore?
Probably. See, I didn't have a bunch of shoes like that when I was a kid.
I did because I knew how to kind of finagle the system to make it look like I had a lot more shoes than I did.
I did not at all.
I liked shoes, but I didn't have that many.
Yeah, I definitely like shoes, but couldn't really afford them. But that was where a special deal, a treat for sure.
Tootie texted me.
I want to leave you alone.
I know, it's okay. I got kids and a wife. We got to be able to do it. Maybe you'll get a pair of shoes for Christmas. Did you ask Santa? Have you been a good boy this year?
Oh, I've been the best boy. You know?
So is Santa, a.k.a. you, going to get yourself a pair of shoes for Christmas?
Probably the Gratitudes. If I can.
Would you buy them aftermarket?
No.
What if they're the same price?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times 18s,
No,
I don't know, maybe there's few,
so
huh?
I
Is there
looked
few?
up my my ones that I have, the patent leather ones that I have,
Yeah.
like $5,000.
For size 18?
Yes.
Why don't you sell them?
Because I already wore them.
I know,
They're
that's what I'm
turfed.
saying. You should have freaking worn them.
Whatever.
That's sick.
I've worn them before. I've worn them before. But yeah, man, it's
Maybe you'll buy yourself some for Christmas.
I'll get the. Hopefully, I get the Gratitudes. But
Speaking of Christmas, let's talk about playing sports during holidays.
yeah, man.
You playing in NFL, you played during a lot more holidays than I did. The only holiday I would play on was Easter and 4th of July. Those are the two big ones. You guys you maybe not play on the day, but your season goes through Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year,
Yep.
and those are probably
For the most, like the biggest holidays of the
for
year.
the top 5, right? Like
Yeah.
Easter is probably
Yeah.
the biggest one
Yeah.
outside of that. 4th of July, but 4th of July is during the summer. It's not like everybody's already off and partying anyways.
Yeah, 4th of July is like we're 4th of July is when everybody turns up in the NFL. Like that's like their party holiday because
Isn't that when they have the celebrity golf event?
yep
around that time?
in Tahoe, and then so like 4th of July is the 1 month that we get off really before the season starts. So we usually get July off. So we're there from like April to June, and then we get July off, like 6 weeks to the end of June and July, and then August starts camp, and then it's like you're there till February hopefully.
Yeah, and that's when it really starts. So
Yeah.
that's like your last party time
last
before
hurrah.
you go.
Like
yeah.
usually everybody's like, all right, I'm gonna take a week off after OTAs and party for 4th of July and then get back into it. So I'm like in good shape and in feeling good for training camp. So it's like, and then like going into the season with like Halloween. Halloween's usually a fun time for like being around the building, right? Like,
yeah, dress up and
dressing
stuff.
up.
I remember seeing a video of Randy Moss inviting Bill Belichick to his Halloween party. Like it was going to be tasteful. Like you can dress up if you want, or you don't have to. If you want, you can. And he came like full decked out
Full
like a pirate and his wife was, and then
Yep.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
So
dude.
is that kind of how it is the whole time? Like it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
If
like,
you're not if it doesn't fall on a certain day.
No,
or
like
it really
we'll
doesn't
have
matter?
like we'll always have like pretty much always had a Halloween party. So like somebody will have like a more like the bigger name guys or whatever will like run out of space, or
So you always have a party, even if it's not on Halloween. You have
Yeah.
a Halloween,
yeah.
at least like a get together.
So we get to like dress up and everything, and Stafford would always throw a Halloween party.
Nice.
Some of the older guys in San Diego would throw a Halloween party at like a club or something downtown, which was cool. And then we'd have like best dressed and all that kind of like just fun, just something to like get away from football for a little bit, because like that's kind of the beginning of the season still. So you're still kind of fresh and you're still like, okay, yeah, we can turn this thing around if you're having a bad season, or like we're still rolling, let's go. But like Christmas and like Thanksgiving, your season sucks. Those suck, bro.
Because you're missing family.
Not
you're
even
missing
that. Like, it's just like you're so down all the time. If you're 3-10 and you're playing on Thanksgiving, it's just like, oh my gosh, dude. Like, can this season hurry up and get over? Yeah, and like I played on Thanksgiving 3 years in a row.
With the Lions.
With
right?
the Chargers, we played when the Chargers in Dallas, we played Dallas.
Oh, nice.
In 17, and then 18 and 19 I played with Detroit, and Detroit always plays on Thanksgiving. And that's fun.
Yeah.
Like I loved playing on Thanksgiving. It was cool. Like the first year in Dallas, we beat the shit out of them, so it was like it was awesome.
You played in Dallas?
Yeah.
Does Dallas always play home during Thanksgiving?
So does Detroit.
So it's always a home game. Always.
For those two teams.
So you know you're playing on Thanksgiving home game.
Yeah.
Same jerseys too.
Yep.
Throwbacks.
Yep.
I like the Lions. They're sick.
Yeah.
Like they're kind of basic,
Mm-hmm.
but sneaky, pretty cool.
Yeah. It was kind of cool. And then like I didn't win either of the games in Detroit, but it's kind of fun though. Like everybody like goes and like Detroit's the early game, so it's always done by like 4:00, so you can always go home and have like dinner and everything with your family. A couple times you team up with like another player and have like combine your family
Thanksgiving
and have
dinner or something.
Yeah,
Is that what you do? Get with some of the guys
for sure. I know one year we did. We like if you weren't playing on Thanksgiving, the O-line got together. You know, like so it was kind of cool to like. Your family's not there, or your family's not like being a part of like of you where you are right now, but like you have like a family in like your football team.
Yeah.
Right. So
which that is your family for a long time, because you see them more than you see like anybody. Like now with a wife and kids, I see them every day. But when you're dating your like your girlfriend, you don't see them as much. You see your teammates.
Yep.
Every single day, and sometimes too much of your teammates. You know.
Yeah, for sure. And it's fun too. Like it's just like you kind of see what people bring to like the Thanksgiving and like what their food of choices are and all that kind of stuff. Like one year we were at King Dunlap's house, and it was full spread and like Southern cooking and all that kind of stuff. And it's kind of cool to like kind of experience somebody else's holiday, you know, instead of the same thing over and over again like you're used to at home or with your parents or your wife's family, whatever it is. It's cool to see different families and how different people from different parts of the country all like do it together. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's cool. It's a lot of fun.
I think that would be something that would be fun to do, is go to other states or other like, you know, regions of the country and not go on vacation and stay in a resort and do all the touristy things. Like know somebody that lives there,
The best.
and go and like live how they live in town. You know, like, oh, like this is what we do. This is like a fun thing. This is what we eat. This is how we cook, backyard cooking, whatever it is, and actually experience what it's like to live in that town versus just going to the town and going to a hotel and doing the touristy stuff. Oh, going and seeing this stuff, because people that live there, they don't care about that stuff.
And that's one of the coolest things about playing sports or playing football is I have friends all over the country. So like when I would drive to like Detroit and back and all that kind of stuff, I wouldn't stay at hotels. I'd stay with my boys.
Yeah.
You know, like one stop, I stopped in Arizona and then stay with my buddy Decker. And then I went to Dallas and stay with my other buddy. And then I stopped in Memphis and stay with my other buddy. And then stopped in Detroit and stay with my other buddy. Like it's and I stopped in Indiana and stayed with my buddy Slauson, and then like so it was.
And it's always fun to go, because I've kind of done the same thing. You go and stay, then they take you to their favorite restaurant or their favorite like bar or whatever, and you're getting like an experience with their friends also, not just on your own trying to figure it out. Oh, like what do we do?
When I was driving, so my buddy was playing in Indiana for the Colts, and I was driving through, and it was right before OTAs. So he's like, let's play golf. Like, let's get a round in before you drive up to Michigan. I was like, sure. So we went and played out. I went and played with the Colts O-line. So, so it was like cool to like, and now like every time I would play against them or see them or whatever, like it's always like, oh, what's up? Like, good to see you. Like, nice to see you again. Like,
that's cool.
It's cool to like have that instant brotherhood too, where it's like,
because you share something with them that you can't share with anybody else.
Exactly.
Like I can call one of my close friends and we could talk about things that I can't talk about, even with you. It doesn't matter. Like you and I can talk about things that not very many people can, but then at the same time it's two different sports. But then I can call my buddy and be like, hey, you remember back in 2012 when this and that, and then like you're telling stories and it kind of brings back memories, and it's just like it's fun that you really can't. I mean, you can with your friends in high school and stuff like that, but it's different. Like at that level, it is. It's kind of hard to explain too.
And my whole thing is like you can kind of have that instant bond, right? Where it's like you played in the NBA, you played in the NFL, so there's that respect already that's already earned, right? You don't have to like prove yourself to that person or give value to that person or whatever, because it's already on your sheet.
It's almost like entrance into a club.
Exactly. It's like a fraternity.
You
right?
are
like,
in club.
You are, yeah. It's like we're all playing under the NFL shield, right? Like
the not for long league.
Not for long league. So it's cool to like have those relationships and build those relationships out of the locker room and be like, hey man, I'm driving through Indiana. Can I stop and stay? 100%. And I've had people come and stay here and like visit me as they're driving through California and stuff. So
come to Wiggins Ranch.
Come to the Wiggins Ranch and pick some fruit or something,
Yeah, but take something home with you.
It's fun, man.
It's step in the 1 Degree podcast off the field. We're doing crazy things in here. Crazy things. Holidays are coming up. Christmas. What was it like playing during Christmas? So Thanksgiving was kind of cool, and you basically played on Thanksgiving for your last 5-6 years, so you were on Thanksgiving a lot. You got to do that. Did you ever play on Christmas?
No, I played on Christmas Eve a couple times. One of the times was in New York, so it was kind of cool to like. It was kind of cool to have that experience of being like in New York. A couple of the buddies, because if you're on a West Coast team and you fly out East Coast, you leave 2 days early, so you get adjusted to the time. And then so we're out there Friday. We land, we have practice like Saturday morning walkthrough, and we have like all Saturday off. So one of my buddies was like, hey, let's get a car. I'll get a car. We'll drive around New York. We'll have dinner. We'll go see the Rockefeller tree. We'll go to Central Park and do all this like touristy stuff.
Didn't you play in 2020 and you said that you were walking around downtown, like walking around Manhattan, and there's nobody there?
There was not a soul in Times Square.
That's right.
During Christmas time, we went on we went to the Rockefeller tree at on a Tuesday at 2:00, right? Like probably a lower time. Yeah. There wasn't one person standing outside.
And this was what 2020?
Yeah, this was like peak COVID.
Before so the end, kind of towards the end when it was starting to pick up.
It was
just a
like you seen like I Am Legend, the movie?
Yeah,
that's what it felt like. Just completely nothing. I mean, there was cars driving and everything, but like if you've seen Times Square in like real life, like with all the people out there on a normal day, it's packed. You can't walk on 24 hours a day.
Yeah, and
like to see it like that, it was just like, oh my gosh, I couldn't even imagine, which kind of sucked because New York is New York, and it's kind of cool.
New York is New York because of the people a lot, like the busyness, their economy is just going because of people that are going.
But like it was cool to have that experience, kind of like to both cool and like not cool, because I wanted to experience New York.
You experienced something that, I mean, I don't know. I guess everybody that lived there could experience. They could walk outside, but it's a super rare time. Like you're probably never going to be able to see and do that again.
No. Which was crazy.
Unless something else comes out and they just say, just don't ever leave your house again.
Yeah. But like the playing on Christmas and like around Christmas time was always kind of like weird. Because Christmas is like about family, right? You got to be with your family all the time.
The majority of your time you didn't have kids when you were playing, so
No.
you were just
Yeah.
Christmas wasn't
So
the same as it is now for
my
you.
third year or my fourth year, I got signed the day before Christmas Eve. So when I was home that whole entire year, and it was me and Jen's first year of marriage, I got signed I got signed on the 23rd. So I drove down on the 23rd and didn't have any Christmas. And Jen came down after like on Christmas Day or whatever and brought like a fake tree and like put it in our hotel room like to like just have Christmas, you know?
Yeah.
My rookie year in Baltimore, I was there by myself. It sucked. Like by myself, like in Baltimore, across the country. I had no family, no like friends over there. I had just gotten there like a month ago. So it's just dealing with that. Like I remember I was like, I'm just going to go to the grocery store and like get some food and like hang out and watch TV, you know?
Grocery
like,
stores closed though.
No, I mean, I ended
Before.
I went before,
Yeah.
but it was weird, man. Like,
I bet it is. I mean, I 100% know what you feel like. Not on Christmas, but you know, with like Easter or just like being on your own and like random place. Like you'd get called up to AA or AAA, or like when I first went to Mexico, they were just like, "Oh yeah, here you go, like figure it out." And then
yeah.
you're just in a hotel room by yourself, and you just don't have anything to do. Really,
Yeah.
like like I've hung out with myself a lot,
Oh, for sure.
which is like a weird thing. Like
for sure.
other countries by yourself, random states by yourself, and then you have like that brotherhood that you talked about, like that like a fraternity.
Yep.
To where it's like, oh, another baseball guy. You probably never met that guy. You don't know what he's going through. You don't know who that is, but he's on the baseball team. You go meet somebody for the first time, and you're instantly like friends because you share that same kind of life
Yeah. I
bond.
remember my buddy, I don't know why he keeps popping in my head, but Slauson, right? He was, we'll get him on. He's hilarious. He was the center for the Chargers. So they had just like released a few guys from the Chargers, and I was like, all right, here's my time. Like, I'm good. They bring him in, and I'm like, damn it. And I remember him like walking in the room and him like looking at me and being like, I was like one of the only white guys, right? So he's just like, can you be my friend? Like, and I'm like, I remember like I hated him because I thought he was gonna like take my job.
Steal your job. Yeah.
But it's not. I didn't hate him. I just hated the situation. I hated the coaches for doing that, but not him. But he
Yeah.
was one of my good friends.
And then you guys became friends
yeah,
after that?
yeah, really good friends. But he always gives me like crap because he was basically taking another spot from like one of my good friends that was already on the team. He was hurt and they were going to release him. And he was like, I'm sorry, I'm not Trevor. I'm sorry, you know. Like, so it was funny.
That's funny. Yeah, it's a good relationship that you have with random people that you might not have a relationship with outside of that.
Yeah.
Like, because
It's
like
crazy. Like, look at like me and Isaiah. Like
Yeah.
him like we're not like super good friends, but whenever we get together, it's crazy, and like we're like really close, but we never hang out.
mm-hmm.
But you see how like we act together,
easy.
which is it was just crazy.
No, the exact same thing. Like I had relationships with some of the Latin players, like guys from the Dominican or whatever. Some of them didn't really speak that good of English, but we were boys at the locker room. Never hung out outside the locker room, or maybe did see each other, but it was totally different because you have the people that you hang out with outside the stadium,
Yep.
and then you only kind of hung out in the locker room or playing cards. And I remember one time, this was probably my first year, we were in spring training, and we were sitting in our hotel room, and in minor league spring training, you have a roommate, and this was the same roommate that I had when I played a short season. So I got drafted. You only play a short season, then we come to spring training. I had the same roommate. We were pretty close. Awesome guy. He was on the balcony talking to his girlfriend, and I'm just hanging out, and one of the Latin guys is like kind of talking to him, trying to and I was looking through the window, and I was like, what are you doing? I hear him talking to somebody, and I was like, who is it? And he's talking out there, and he's like, I don't know. One of the coños wants me to get on the phone with him, and That's what you call the Latin guys coños because they always say coño. So it'd be like one of the coños up there wants me to answer the phone for some reason and answer the phone, and I just hear him like, oh yeah, okay, like the guy didn't speak a lick of English, not one word. He'd been in the States for probably a week, like literally just came to spring training, was going to English classes, but didn't speak any English. He's talking to him for the rest of spring training, hung out with us almost every day.
Really?
Did not speak English. He went everywhere with us. We would go out to eat. He'd come with us. And we would just, and I didn't know very much. I didn't know any Spanish at the time. We would just like point at stuff. We would order like for him, or he would like, but he hung out with us like almost every day.
That's crazy.
It was a trip, dude. Like, and we would see him at the field, and he'd like be with his coño buddy. So it was almost like the opposite. We'd have a relationship outside. He would just follow us around everywhere. And then in the field, he'd be with the other guys, and we'd be with our boys, like speaking the language that we speak.
Yeah.
I think because we weren't even neighbors in the hotel. He was like 2 rows up and over. They were yelling at each other across the balcony, like talking. And then, yeah, everywhere he went, he would follow us.
It's crazy to like having a person from a different country is more crazy than anything that I've ever dealt with. I've had a few foreign players. We had this running back from like Austria or something like that. Hilarious. Like trying to play football, and like, he was good. He was solid, but he's just like, there's like intricacies about football that you just like, you can't like learn.
Oh, he didn't play football before he came here.
He
and
played
European
football. Like he played like
it's like a mix of rugby and football kind of.
Yeah,
right?
kind of like it wasn't he just didn't move like a football player, but he was super athletic, super fast, super like good. He tried to play running back with the Giants, and it was just like, and we had like this English guy that was with the Niners who was like a championship. He was like a Olympic shot putter. And he would just whoop his ass, right? Like, but you look at guys like Jordan Mailata, who's the left tackle for the Eagles.
Yeah.
And he was an Australian rugby player or New Zealand rugby player. And he's a monster.
Yeah.
He's like 6'8", 6'9", 400 pounds. Like, just moves super well. It's just like unbelievable.
Football is different. It's not played across the world like it is here.
No.
Baseball is played across the world. Soccer is.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other I remember the last few years playing in Mexico. We'd play cards a lot, like, you know, after BP, and one of my pluck partners was Junior Lake, you know, from the Dominican. We never talked outside the stadium unless we were like, you know, see each other or like say hi. But when we played cards together, like, we were boys. Like we were going to war together playing cards for like, you know, $1 or, you know, like bragging rights. And then he'd be yelling at me in Spanish because I, you know, like made a mistake, and I'd be like, my bad, dog. Like, playing cards. But yeah, but I don't know, like the relationships that you have with each player is so different. Like you have your boys that you're still with friends today, the guys during the season that you talk to every day, your locker mate, your, you know, catch partner, whatever it is, and then you have the guys that you don't ever talk to. But if you saw them, you're like, instantly like boys. Like if I saw one of them just randomly walking around town here, I'd be like, what are you doing here? We'd go get lunch. We'd come over. They'd come over to the house. I probably didn't have a relationship with them during the season, but if I saw them outside randomly, it would be like.
Yeah, that's how it always is. Hopefully I get to see some of those guys this weekend. That'll be fun. Going down to the Chargers.
You got a big next couple weeks for you, huh?
Yeah. I got a
lot. So you're
a
Chargers legend.
Yep.
You're an Elk Grove running townsman herd. You're getting your retired Elk Grove townsman. So you're getting your number retired, or you're joining the Hall of Fame. What is it?
Retired.
Jersey retired. Do they have like an Elk Grove Hall of Fame?
Oh, there's like 3 people. There's like 5 people in it, and I'm going to be like 6.
So you're going to Hall of Fame too.
Mm-hmm.
Jersey retired, and this weekend you're going to the Chargers Legends weekend, and they're retiring Antonio Gates's jersey.
Yep.
You excited?
Yeah.
You gonna have Antonio Gates come on the pod?
Yeah.
You got to give like a quick little selfie. Shout out to 1 Degree Off the Field podcast. Our producer Izzy loves you.
Yeah, Izzy, you want that? I got you.
Is he black?
Yes. Antonio. His first name is Antonio though. He could be Mexican.
He speaks Spanish también.
Antonio.
Coño. He doesn't know what that means.
No.
Mexicans speak different Spanish. So you got that, and then Christmas, and then
Like, dude,
and then
I'm like,
the New Year.
I'm literally booked all. That's that jersey retirement not until like January, but
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you said you're going to Elk Grove next weekend.
I am from visiting my mom for Christmas.
Oh, I thought you said you told me this morning that you're going because your jersey retirement.
No, and then I said then I'm going to get my jersey retired later.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then you're gonna get
That's-
all the chicks that didn't dig you in high school. It's like, hey, look at me now.
Back then, ho didn't want me. Now, ho all on me.
Back then they didn't want me. Now they all on me.
Yeah.
That should be your walk-out song when you got to go give your speech. Do you have to give a speech?
I
Are
don't
you
know.
ready?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you do.
I'll just freestyle it. I think they're going to do it before a game, a basketball game.
Hi, my name Kenny Wiggins. Oh, they're retiring
Mhm.
for both sports, but at a basketball game because it's
I think
basketball
I think they're
season.
just retiring at a football game because so they're playing one of my old coaches' teams. So it's like my JV basketball coach is now the head coach at
Uh-huh.
one of the rival high schools. So he's going to be there. Who I've like kept in contact with and have like good relationship with still. And then they're just going to do it at the because they're retiring it in the gym.
But it's your football jersey, though,
football,
right?
Yeah, it'll be like either Lions or Chargers. I haven't decided which one. So.
Nah, not one of the ones that I wear.
I know you should don't get.
Don't give them that Niners one because I'm gonna bust that one out and wear it.
Yeah, you okay?
Yeah,
Sure.
big exciting stuff. Now you're getting to where I am with the schedule. Show up at this time, do this, do that.
Oh, I've been there.
Now you sit at home all day and wait for me to tell you what to do.
No, I do not sit.
Look at
home all
Izzy.
day.
He knows. He's back there laughing. He knows.
I don't sit at home all day.
Shoot, you don't sit at home all day because you don't want to.
No, I
can't.
work, bro.
Half-ass
I work. I got this whole house to take care of.
You have a gardener that does everything for you.
No, I'm saying I gotta build stuff. I'm building the playhouse.
Oh, hey, we're building something. You know what the most exciting thing about the new year is? New podcast studio.
It's gonna be sweet.
We don't have to do on the casting couch anymore. Every time we have a guest, they think they're walking into a porno set and we're doing something weird with them. Probably because one of us is taking our shirt off to put each other's jersey on, and they're like, "What did I get myself
Yeah,
into?"
it's usually me because I usually just go no shirt underneath the jerseys.
Dude, what's up with the shirt though? You kept asking me if that was the large. I gave you the extra large. You've been fasting for 2 days and it's
Stop
tight
trying to
on
make
you.
me feel bad. All right. I think it shrunk in the wash.
Did you wash it?
No.
Oh. Oh, exciting stuff. New podcast studio. It's going to be great and amazing. So stay tuned from that. If you like the episodes, make sure you tell your friends to watch that because a lot of fun stuff coming.
Yep.
We're just doing a lot of good guests. A lot of exciting stuff. I'm excited about this. It's going to be great.
Yeah. I believe it will be great as well. I know. We need to figure out how
I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we need to figure out how to get some. We're gonna get some bangers here soon.
Yeah, to come in. We'll get some good guests live every once in a while. We'll zoom in some guests. That'll be really fun. And then it's just
We might make some trips to go see some people too.
We're gonna make some trips. We gotta hire somebody else. We got Fire Izzy hire somebody else because he can't go anymore because he's gonna be married and locked down.
Damn, ball and chain, huh?
Locked down.
And I don't have papers.
Ooh. Speaking of papers, I mean, tamale truck or tamale throwdown.
I know, dude. I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to get back in time.
We were literally just talking, you and I, about doing a tamale eating contest because you love tamale. You love anything Mexican food. I'm just going to throw that out there. And tamales is your favorite. It's the time of year where tamales come out to play. And we were talking about getting the best tamales. Izzy, we were like, where's the best tamale place? And he said his fiance makes the best. We were like, we'll be the judge. One bite.
I'm housing tamales.
And then we were just talking about it. And then Mike Oz, Fresno Street Eats, sends us the thing about the tamale throwdown.
I know.
And
are you gonna go?
Probably. I mean, yeah, we get paid to do that stuff, so I got to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can time it up right on the way back.
Yeah, I don't know. We're not gonna be judges for it, right? It's just show up and eat tamales.
We're judging it ourselves.
Do you want to go?
Friday.
This weekend, Friday night, tamales. All you can eat, all you can drink. You don't have to. Did you just fart? You don't have to drink. You can just eat tamales. That's fine. What do you have planned? You don't have plans? You don't have no friends?
Oh God.
Wedding planner at 7 at night on a Friday? He lying. He lies.
He just
to
doesn't
his
like to hang out with
teeth.
us. He just doesn't like us anymore.
So that'll be cool.
He got a new job. He got a new wife and all this kind of stuff. So he's like, Tyson.
Yeah, he's got an OnlyFans client that he's trying to find a house for. Dude, he's freaking coming up in the world.
All right.
It's okay. It's okay. He's still around.
Next time.
Next time, new podcast studio. I'm very excited about that. It's gonna be freaking dope. We're both very excited about it. He is way more excited about it than us. He's pitching a tent, walking through. Every time we talk about it, he's just got a boner for.
No, I gotta figure out the table side aspect of it.
That's gonna be.
I'm gonna build one.
Be sexy.
Pretty sweet.
You better get to it because it's coming. We got less than a month.
I gotta build it. We
got less than a month.
I gotta build a tree house too.
In a month?
For 2 months.
Why?
For my kid's birthday.
You're giving him a treehouse for his birthday?
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be
Sandlot. Must be nice to be rich, huh?
Sandlot themed.
Sandlot themed? Oh, like the one they have in the movie that they were.
No, I'm saying like his birthday is gonna be Sandlot themed.
Does he know that he's getting a treehouse?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's building it. You're building it. He's gonna be seeing it.
Yeah, but it's got to get that done sometime soon too. So.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna get done. Let's get the table done first, okay? And this is what I want to talk about too. So this past weekend, so this is Tuesday the 5th. After the weekend, Niners and Eagles played. Niners put a smackdown on them, just whooped them. But during the game, there was that altercation where the guy got thrown out.
Oh yeah.
And the security guard got thrown out, right? Why now? I wanted the Eagles guy to get thrown out. Like, why are you touching my players, right? Like, I wanted the I'm a Niners fan, so but at the same time,
they're your players,
huh?
They're your players.
I own them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa, slave master Tyson.
Hey, sneaky. Watch out.
I own them. Gosh.
Well, just the Mexican ones. But so the player got thrown out for making contact. The security guard. Or head of whatever, he's there to protect him. He also got tossed for making contact with a player. How does that work? Because he's there to protect the coaches. So if somebody comes to the coach, he has to keep them away. So he got thrown out for doing his job. How did that work? I was very confused about that.
I have no idea. I think since they threw out Greenlaw, that they're just like, all right, let's make it even and send this guy out too, because I guess he touched the player as well.
He touched the player, but that's his job. That's like being a bouncer at a bar, and you're not allowed to kick people out of a bar.
I don't understand.
Because
there's no like written rule.
There's security all over your guys' sidelines, right? Like there's only one that's next to the coaches, right? And then the rest are outside to keep people from coming on.
So there's usually like a security team. Like there's like a head guy, and then there's like 3 or 4 dudes that are like kind of team security.
Yeah.
That guy was the head guy, I think.
Yeah.
Of the security. Usually like ex-cops or guys that like have been around the city or whatever for a long time that are super well respected. Guys that are doing
security, yeah.
Yeah. But like all the like stadium security isn't like a part of our team right now.
No, there's stadium security, then there's team security.
Yeah, I think only the head guy would be on the sidelines. And he's usually not like standing next to the coach. I don't know why he was standing next to the coach.
Oh.
Because usually that guy is the strength coach.
Yeah.
They call him the get back coach. So he's standing by the coach to get everybody off the sideline because everybody's like into the game and like creeps onto the field. And if you trip a ref, because the ref is running on the white, if you trip a ref, then you get a penalty.
Yeah.
And so he's usually like the get back coach. He's like, everybody get back. And that's usually the strength coaches. So that might just be his strength coach or his like get back coach is the head security guy because they just like him or respect him so much.
Yeah.
But usually the other guys aren't really on the sideline. They might be in the locker room or something like that, but not like.
So he's not really supposed to be on the field.
I mean, but who like? There's no like list of people who are supposed to be on the field or not. So that might be his role on game day. You know, like that might be like, hey, coach, I want to be your get back coach for game days. And Sirianni was probably like, sure.
Yeah.
Like,
or Sirianni's boys with him and
exactly and wants him there.
That's his right hand man.
Yeah.
But if he's on the field, you're like a coach or
Yeah.
you're getting treated the same.
Yes, for sure.
Because it's almost like if a coach did that, he'd get kicked out.
It doesn't matter his role.
Yeah.
Like at that point, if you're making contact with players or whatever like that, you're not supposed to. If that's the rule, whatever the rule is, I don't know what the rule is. Then he's gonna get thrown out.
Yeah, in the context of the situation.
Yeah.
If you're trying to break up a fight, they're not going to kick you out for making contact with him.
For sure. But like he runs up on the sideline and he's like pointing at him and stuff. I'm like, okay, like.
Yeah, that's what it looked that. So that's why I was like, oh yeah, getting kicked out. He's acting like a fan or part of the coaching staff, but they kept saying that he was security.
It doesn't. That was just his job. That's just his job title.
Yeah.
Whoever's on the sideline is a part of that team.
Yeah, so
you know
it doesn't matter. So it's like he's on staff.
Yeah, it's
staff.
like he's an assistant coach at that point.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it didn't matter what.
But if something happened where he had to do his job, security job.
But like, okay, if a fan runs on there, but not another player.
Yeah,
that's different.
You're not. Yeah. Well, I guess if a player attacks the coach or something, it's like pretty much every man for themselves. Like
for sure,
one security guard is not gonna be able to break up an entire fight.
Yeah. It's some of those security guards are like
narps.
For sure, narps. Huge. But we had some good dudes though, good dudes on like the security like staffs.
Yeah,
good dudes.
Probably ex-players, not NFL players, but played in high school or college or something.
Maybe, but like the dude in Detroit, his name is Elton. Shout out to Elton. If he's never watched this, but like one of the best dudes ever. You have any problem at all, you call him.
Really?
If your wife gets a speeding ticket, you call him. It's gone. Like any problem at all, you have to catch a flight and you need to get through TSA fast. Call him. It's like that.
That dude, huh?
He is that dude.
We had a guy like that in Mexico. I think because he was just in with the cartel.
I was going to say he was probably getting.
But whatever you wanted, he like if you got in trouble, like because the cops in TJ they'll pull you over and they just want you to give up money.
Yeah.
And then we would just like flash his name and they'd be like, oh, okay. Lo siento. And then get the fuck back in your car.
Yeah, dude. Elton, dude, he was the man. Like old school, like Detroit police detective, like small dude, like not like very big, but just like kind of like that cool, like jazzy kind of feel to him.
Yeah.
The man. And like nicest guy ever. Like took care of your families, like in like getting them to like from like the seats to like the family areas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like he was like the point of contact.
So he was
person.
everything.
Yeah. He was the man, dude.
That's awesome.
Those are the kind of guys that like need to get spotlighted more in like the NFL, right? Like the security guards that you don't know about.
Like I feel like if they are, they have like a good personality or whatever in documentaries, they're always in it. Like Jordan's guy, they'd be sitting back playing cards.
Yep.
And they were boys, like they were
the quarter
like,
game. They're trying to go
quarters, and I'd be like right before the game, like talking shit, like they were friends. And then Tiger has the same guy too. Like I don't think he has many more, but the same guy would always be in between the ropes with him, walking around, like his security guard, whatever it was. Like I think that is cool when you have a relationship with somebody. It's very very professional, but it's something that you would never like expect to happen or plan, and it became a very cool relationship. I think that's
awesome. Phil, when we moved to LA, he had he hired one of the security guards to be his personal driver.
Oh, really?
So he would drive him every day from
because you just have a relationship with those people.
Yeah, he would drive him every day from San Diego to LA in like his pimped out like excursion that like had the big seats and the TV so he can do all his film study.
So during the season
every day.
He lived in LA?
No, so he lived. They both lived in San Diego. So he would. So what was his name? Whatever his name was, would drive to Phil's house, pick Phil up at like 4 a.m, drive Phil and Kellen Clemens, the backup quarterback, to LA, to the facility, drop him off, go to work, and then drive him back, and then drive back home.
So this was not during the season?
During the season, every day.
Oh, so that you weren't playing in San Diego at the time?
No. So Phil still lived in San Diego and drove to LA.
But you were playing in LA. That's what I was saying. I was like, what are you going to LA for?
Yeah. Okay. So it was after the move. Yeah.
Nice.
So it was cool,
That's
man.
Cool,
like, and somebody super like, it was the same guy every day.
Yep.
He was going to work. Like, like he didn't have to move his family up to LA.
And well, I mean, when you're so focused on being successful in one thing and you don't want any distractions, you're very in tune. Like I know you've been in tune with it. Me too. Like you're very in tune. Like on your routines, you do the same thing. Like you go the same people. You keep it as like recognizable as possible to you. Like you do the same stuff every day, so then you continue to have that success.
Yeah, man.
I think it's awesome when people do this like that type stuff. It's freaking sick.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna finish this on something fun. You ready?
Yep.
Rank these
Okay.
top 5 without knowing what comes next. Sports movies.
Ooh, okay.
Sports movies.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
We Are Marshall.
5.
The Way Back.
Don't even know what that is.
It's a basketball movie. Ben Affleck, he coaches high school kids.
Oh, it's kind of newer, huh?
Yeah.
I'll give it 4.
Okay. The Blind Side.
Play with Michael Orr in Detroit or in Baltimore. He told me that all that shit was bullshit. 3.
Friday Night Lights.
Ooh, what are you gonna do for number 1?
I got it right here.
What is he gonna do for number 1? I love Friday. I'll go Friday Night Lights number 1.
Hoosiers.
Okay, 2.
Would you put that at 1?
No, Friday. I'm glad with my 1 pick.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy if like the other ones were gonna be Coach Carter, Sandlot, Rudy. Like those are bangers. I was trying to throw you off with like you were waiting for bangers to come.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna bring bangers.
Dude, there is. We need to have like a list of sports movies that
suck.
No, that are really good, that are underrated.
Yeah, we can do that next episode.
Yeah.
One of these episodes.
Because I have a few, like some of my favorite basketball or some of my favorite sports movies aren't even like the mainstream ones.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen The Program?
No.
It's the best football movie of all time.
What is it about?
It's college football. It's about like just a bunch of different storylines. Basically, it's based off like Florida State's colors, and they're like they go in. It's like early '90s.
Nice.
Steroids. There's a freshman running back who comes in and steals the girl of the.
It's a show. It's not like a documentary.
No, it's a movie.
Oh, it's a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's called The Program. It's the best football movie.
We'll have to watch it. Izzy, you want to come watch the movie?
Have you seen Blue Chips?
No.
Basketball movie?
No.
Oh, dude.
Maybe, I don't know.
Shaq, Penny Hardaway.
I do know what you're talking about. I don't remember if I've seen it.
Best basketball movie, dude. Best basketball movie.
Yeah.
It's about like kind of it looks like UCLA and
better than Like Mike? Magic Mike? Is that what it's called? Like Mike?
Like Mike with
Bow Wow. Let me tell you what.
Bow Wow, he can hoop now. I'm just kidding. He can't.
No,
but those are like my two favorite sports movies, and I like He Got Game. That's like my
Jesus Shuttlesworth. I tried to name my son Jesus Shuttlesworth. Tootie wasn't having it.
No.
Jesus Shuttlesworth. My name.
I mean, yours kid would be Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Jocko, he's the whitest kid. He couldn't be Jesus. My names that I wanted was Bane. This is no joke. That's Tootie. I think Bane, Bruce Wayne, and Jesus Shuttlesworth. Those were the 3 names. First name, so it's together. Jesus Shuttlesworth, then middle name. Bruce Wayne, middle name, and then Bane, no middle name, no last name, just Bane.
Bane Perez.
I called him Bane the whole entire time he was in the. That's probably why he's such an animal right now.
Mac looked like Bane with all that shit on his face.
You said he looked like.
I was born in the dog.
You merely adopted the dog. I was born in it. You can tell him, hey buddy, this movie's about you.
No doubt.
Growing up.
That's my guy.
All right, that's it. We out. Follow us, like us, subscribe, share with your friends.
Share.
Kenny,
tell
them what they missing.
What they missing?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Follow and they won't miss.
Oh.
Subscribe and they won't miss.
Subscribe. You will not miss out on all this fire content we got coming out. New studio coming. Izzy and Tyson are really pumped about it.
Don't worry, we do everything. He just shows up with a mic in his face. We will make sure everything looks good, sounds good, feel good, get better.
Yeah. All right.
Izzy, hit me with that theme music. Dude, that's not the right song.
Whatever. I make my own song up every time.
What?